You tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need. We give you outspoken thoughts about all the headlines. We talk baseball, football, hockey, and more. No matter the topic, we cover it. Get ready for the show and keep it outspoken. Keep it outspoken. We keep it outspoken only on the Sportscast. Tune into the Sportscast with Brian, Craig, and Jeff. Give you all the sports news you need.
Hey guys, welcome into the Outspoken Sportscast here. This is your host Brian and Craig. Craig, how are you doing, brother?
Another day of paradise, brother.
I feel you on that one. Well, we've continued to have another wild week in the NFL. We're going to get into that. We've got a question for you today, and that question is, what have we learned so far in the NFL? It's a little early, but I'll give us 3 takeaways each on kind of what we've learned so far. We're going to go through our picks for week 2, see how we did, and then we're going to go through the games. We'll give you our picks through week 3, and then we're going to do a top 5 power ranking. We'll do that each week and see kind of where the teams vary and change, because that changes week to week. Right after this, guys. All right, guys, welcome in. Episode 154. Let's go how we did last week. Not so good a week for me.
Yeah.
Woo. I was 8-8 last week. I was the an average, right there, 500 last, week 2. Week 1, I did really good. Week 2, not so much. And you beat me out by 1. That you were 9-7. So take that victory for week 2. We'll move on. I don't know about you, but this year it seems harder to pick these games. It's just been so crazy on.
Well, when you have a 35-14 lead and you blow it, yeah, that's impossible. I mean, nobody saw that coming.
Well, you had a lot of those games where people just choking left and right.
Yeah.
Insane. But
I guarantee you those were 2 of your losses right there. The Raiders coming back and Jets coming back. You didn't have any of that picked, so.
Yep. The 49ers, I think.
Oh, yeah, because nobody knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, Jimmy was coming in, and I picked the 49ers to win. I think he picked Seattle. Yeah, it's crazy. But, all right, well, we wanted to answer the question of what have we learned so far? I got my 3 takeaways. You got your 3 takeaways. Well, one of my 3 takeaways is, I think the easiest to see is the Bills have arrived. The Bills are here.
Josh Allen revenge tour, sir, is on and kicking.
It's on and kicking. And usually when teams are so hyped, like the Bills have been the most hyped team. 99% of people say they're going to win it all this year, including me and you. And that's usually when I want to go, okay, let me go the other direction. This ain't gonna happen. Let me jump away from all of it. But the Bills right now look like the best team in the NFL, and everyone else is kind of playing in the world. Demolished the Titans last night, 41-7. Absolute demolishing.
Made them quit.
The Bills.
We just pulled the quarterback. We went to the backup quarterback. Henry had a jacket on at halftime. Like, it was over.
He rushed for 25 yards.
Yeah. Well, that was great.
And
That was great. I needed that in fantasy, except for I did not need Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs to go ham banana.
3 touchdowns last night for Stephon Diggs.
The 4
Woo!
I had on the bench for Jalen Waddle didn't matter.
So give us one of your takeaways so far in the NFL.
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles might be for real.
Yes.
We laughed when I heard that they were supposed to be in the NFC Championship game. I laughed that guy right out of the. I said, "Well, he must write for the Philadelphia Inquirer." I said because that is
He must be
Jalen
getting
Hurts
paid
is
by him.
terrible. And for 2 weeks, that defense did not look great against Detroit. It looked like you could kind of move up and down the field on them. But last night, they made Justin Jefferson look absolutely normal. But I take into consideration, pump the brakes. Kirk Cousins Monday night just peed down his leg again. And so we will see what really happens. But for now, the Philadelphia Eagles are very real.
I totally agree. They were so hyped, and I'm like, all right, guys, it's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But the first 2 games, you got to give them their props. They
run the ball, they pass the ball. Slay put on a clinic last night on Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and you got to give credit to the coach. I don't think we all know Hurts isn't the best thrower of the football, but he's got a scheme. He's got a package working that works for Hurts, and whether he's running or finding a wide open AJ
He's
Brown,
doing those RPOs, and I guess people have not watched the tape or seen the memo that he's going to do that. And the guy that squats 600 pounds carried 5 guys into the end zone last night.
I forget that got their young wide receiver Smith.
Devontae Smith did not show up week 1, but he did last week or yesterday.
I got home and watched a little bit of the game, and I was like, I forgot about this guy was even on the team. So
yeah.
My second takeaway is the Bengals O-line is still broken, and it may be worse than what it was last season.
Yeah. I didn't think it could get worse, but it is like a turnstile over there.
Burrow's on pace to be sacked 111 times if this keeps up. Oh my gosh. What?
He's going to be broken.
Fix it. I have no clue how they're going to fix it.
Everything's in shotgun, and we're running a bunch of slants and drags, and we're not.
You're going to have a
the problem is
really good run game going.
Yeah. Well, the problem is Joe Burrow likes to go down the field. He likes to sit and hold the ball, so he causes some of it.
Yeah. It's not all line, but and that's what we've watched the Dallas game. The Bengals offense last year was not a 12 drive. We're going to 12 play drive, 15 play drive. It is boom, boom, boom. They're in the end zone. You got Jamar Chase breaking tackles. They want to score fast and quick. And
they basically took the wide receivers out of the game for the entire first half. I mean, Higgins had a little bit in the second half, but that was
even if they got open, Joe Burrow had no time. It was
he got sacked 6 times, and he got knocked down another who knows how many.
All right, so give us your number 2 there.
Number 2 is Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in football. That guy is an absolute animal. He's winning a pass rush win rate at over 60%. Like, that just doesn't happen. They're moving him around.
2.0.
They're putting him in schemes that work for him. This was the first game that he did not play linebacker. He just strictly said, go get the quarterback. And if that is the case, that sack record might be in danger because he's already got 4, and he knocked Burrow down another 4 times where he just – the one time, basically, the Cowboys schemed him to where the Bengals couldn't – they knew they couldn't block everybody, and they were like, okay, well, we're not going to block the furthest guy from the ball. Well, guess who the furthest guy from the ball was? And he was right there. So, Micah Parsons is an animal. He's a beast. And so,
absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Telling you.
going to single-handedly maybe save the Cowboys season. Not Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Put that out there.
You knock Oh man. My my number 3. It's time to start Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh. It is time. It is time. I don't know what they're waiting on. We've seen 2 games now that the defense of the Steelers have kept them in it. The defense have kept them in it. They lucked out in week 1 because the Bengals couldn't make a field goal. They should have beat the Patriots. Their offense just can't move. Trubisky's not moving your offense.
Mitch Trubisky. What do you expect?
That's exactly. I don't expect much. So if I'm getting Pickett out there, I'm giving the fans something to look forward to in their future. He's going to take a couple bumps and bruises. That defense is too good to let your offense not help you win some games. It is time to set Kenny Pickett out there for the Pittsburgh Steelers and start him.
Yeah. My third take is it looks like I was sadly mistaken on the Kansas City offense.
We
need to apologize now because clearly Patrick Mahomes is a subscriber to the podcast and heard us and said, I got something for both of you clowns.
Maybe Cat's Patrick Mahomes there.
Because, either that or Cat must have texted him on Twitter and said, hey, these 2 clowns are talking about you and said that they don't think that you can play football anymore. And I was clearly wrong. So that division is now going to be a 2-team race because it appears the Raiders are not good at football.
That division, I'll tell you right now, it's the Kansas City Chiefs.
It appears that way. It appears that way.
The Raiders can't win. They got Devontae Adams and only throw the ball to him twice.
And one of those was a 1-yard pass.
A 1-yard pass. You got the Chargers, who are a really good football team.
And their quarterback's broken.
They don't win the games. They don't win those games that go, okay, if they win tonight, this shows something. And they should have beat the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs.
And they already got
they lost it.
Wide receivers that are down and quarterbacks with broken ribs.
And the Broncos are a whole nother debacle of a story about what's going on there.
Minute. Let Russ cook some hot dogs or something. Wow.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett. And I thought the Cowboys' time management was bad.
It's been bad.
Hold my beer.
I've wanted great things from Nathaniel Hackett. He came from Green Bay. Like, let's see him get out there. And I'm like, he must be
this
the
time
most
management didn't come from there because
well,
maybe it did. I don't know.
Matt LaFleur's pretty good. Now, if it was McCarthy there still, then yeah, I could say something. But
McCarthy.
I don't understand it.
Good.
I don't understand it. This is they're sweating over there in Denver, going, oh my gosh, it's getting hot in here already. All right. Well, those are our 3 takeaways so far this season. This has been the craziest opening 2 weeks I think we've seen.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into week 2. We had Thursday night football. You had the Chiefs and Chargers, which we just talked about. And this is a game Chargers should have won in Arrowhead Stadium. It's hard to win there. They had the lead. They gave up 13 points in the fourth quarter to blow it. They should have won this game, and that's one they're going to be back, especially against their division opponent. They're going to look back at the end of the year and go, dang, if we only beat the Chiefs.
That head-to-head in that division is going to be critical, and so that one stings. You give them a little bit of a leeway or a little bit of a pass because Herbert has the cracked cartilage in his ribs and had no Keenan Allen, but still, you know, and maybe it's not fair to play right away on Thursday night out of the gate. You don't want a marquee matchup like that on Thursday night coming out of the gate. Week 2, they really haven't had any conditioning or anything like that. But still, they had an opportunity and they didn't take it, and Kansas City did. And Kansas City now strongly has a firm hold on that division because it doesn't look like Denver or the Raiders can beat Kansas City. So it looks like they may be off and running and away.
Oh yeah, and when you get 2 or 3 games down, it's not you're not catching it.
No way.
Did you see that that horrible mistake by that wide receiver? I think that he was tired and wanted out of the game when they were going no huddle, and then the very next play, it was a 99-yard interception, pick 6 because he gave no effort to try and get the ball
for the 7th round rookie that was bagging groceries about 6 months ago.
I said the coach has got to tell him next time,
play hurt,
fake an injury.
Yeah.
If you need out that badly, go down. We will stop. They will have to stop, and we'll get you out. But he's like, hey, take me out. Oh, shit. And then he's over here lined up with his head crouched, looking at the ground. And next he runs right out there. And I'm like, what is going on? 99 yards. And that was basically what sealed the deal. But
100%.
Horrible. I don't know why this game is next. I'm on ESPN Scores. It's Bears and Packers game. They played Sunday night.
I think they put all the marquee games at the top, and then the Monday games are probably next.
Well, I usually use it in the NFL app, but it for some reason doesn't pull up their stats when I want to look at it. But if I want to look at one, Bears Packers dominate them again.
Aaron Jones show, he owns the Bears. Bears are really terrible at football.
I mean, there's not much to say about this. Aaron Rodgers is
throwing the ball 7 times one week and 8 the next. They're just not doing anything to give him any kind of help.
He has nothing. He has nobody. The running attack was pretty good against us, which worries me next week when we play the Buccaneers. But just a boring game. We scored 21 points in the second quarter. Just a boring game.
Yeah.
You got the Jets and Browns. This game was far from boring. The freaking Browns, who cost me another loss in the Survivor League game. I said, I'm just going to take who's playing the Jets. The Browns should win this one. Well, the Browns
they should have.
The Browns gave up.
They're up with 90 seconds to go. They're up 13.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Amari Cooper was doing on the onside kick. He was he took it and tried to knock it out of bounds rather than just fall on it. And he whiffed. And when he whiffed, like it touched his hand. But he missed. And then the Jets guy falls between his legs and they get it back. And the coach is just looking like, what were you doing? Like, I don't even know if that's legal to swat it out of bounds like that. There probably would have been a penalty anyway. And he goes to, instead of just falling on it, he's on the hands team and he goes to swat it out of bounds and misses it. And the Jets get it back and march down the field and win the football game. And Flacco saves the day, I guess.
If Chubb doesn't go in and doesn't run in for that last touchdown, he could have just stopped at the 2 or 3 and nailed it, and they could have ran out the clock. The Jets were ended. They had no timeouts. They could have ran out the clock and the game would have been over, but they scored a touchdown. They gave up 17 points in the fourth quarter. They were up 30-14.
And then still have a little time, and Brissett throws a horrible interception on the final play. 100%.
The odds of them losing that game have got to be.
Oh, I bet they were 80% to the good in the win projection, and all of a sudden it shifted.
Then they got that onside kick, and oh my gosh, if you get an onside kick nowadays, that's hard to do. But and it was just poorly done, unless you're the Falcons who watch it roll.
Basically, that's almost what he did, and then at the last minute he tried to just like scoop it and flip it out of bounds. And, I don't know. I mean, he should have known the rules since he played in Dallas when we got that onside kick, but I don't know.
We got the Lions take care of business against the Commanders, 36-27.
If the Commanders play a little bit better in the first half, this is a better football game. But
they didn't show up in the first half.
They didn't show up in the first half at all, and the Lions did. So credit to them. Good job on them. And I mean, the Lions do everything right. They throw a swing pass to Swift. He catches it. He falls down. The guy goes over there to touch him. He gets back up and runs around him and goes to the end zone for 20 yards like it's a video game, man. It just, the things happen. They got some bounces that went their way. Goff played really well. I'm concerned with the relationship between Goff and Hawkinson. That did not go well this weekend. He threw it at him 8 times, and he caught 2 of them for about 8 yards. It was all he had. So they need to work on that connection and get that better. But other than that, the Lions look better. And this is with a makeshift offensive line. Their offensive line to start the year has been, I mean, you got one guy that went to IR, another guy that Ragnow hurts a hamstring. And so they got guys that just aren't, I mean, they're patchwork. The guy that they cut on Hard Knocks started his first NFL game, and Campbell sent him to the podium to do a press conference because he thought it was cool that the guy that they cut on Hard Knocks and you know, publicized cut him gets to go to the podium and do the press conference before anybody else does. So, I mean, they got some things working for him in Detroit. We'll see how it goes.
Aiden Hutchinson went off. He had
3
3 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss, 6 total.
He didn't show up week 1, was not in the stat line, but definitely did week 2.
He you know, he got some pressures in week 1. I was watching. I was like, man, okay, this guy's in the backfield. Able to sack him 3 times. That's good. You know, Goff has been playing really good for the Lions too. They put up over 30-something points the first 2 games of the season.
Healthy, yes.
So it's been looking good there for Detroit. Unfortunately for me, but we probably split one with Detroit this year. Buccaneers Saints.
Ron St. Brown appears to be a regular wide receiver, by the way.
Oh yeah, we got the other one. We got the brother, and then he sucked. We shipped him off over to Chicago, and he still sucks. But Bucs and Saints, this one boring game. Brady then put up 20.
The thing you take from this one is everybody coming to the aid of man Brady, and
they hate each other. Yeah,
suspended. Lattimore gets baits him and gets Evans suspended,
shoved into next week by
and then of course now you've got Jameis that the reports are he's got 4 vertebrae fractures and he could miss a bunch of time, and I don't think they have a backup quarterback in New Orleans. That's
Taysom Hill,
notable.
baby. Let's go. Well, he played the game. He already has the breaks in the vertebrae.
Did you see him play though? He just
I know.
flung the ball everywhere.
They said he would not injure himself more, so that's why he played. But he didn't.
He might injure himself
like
more
if he
keeps getting tackled like that. Yeah.
You know, Saints were in this for a lot, but
well, because the Tampa Bay offense looks like a shell. They finally signed Cole Beasley to the practice squad. They'll elevate him and try to get something out of him this week because they don't have anybody. They still got the guy hurt. Godwin's hurt with a hamstring. Now Evans is suspended, so they don't really have anything. It's going to be the Scotty Miller, Cole Beasley show out there in Tampa against the Packers. So that'll be fun.
All right. Fournette will run over us.
Yeah,
it's okay. Montgomery just did it with the Bears, so. They got Giants, Panthers, another horrible game. Giants win. They're 2. I couldn't believe the Giants are 2-0. Dayball is
they haven't scored really any points. Daniel Jones has done nothing. Saquon did absolutely nothing in this game. He went MIA after having a bang up first week. Saquon did nothing. So I'm not scared of the Giants at all.
Dayball's got these guys playing.
Yeah, he
good.
Has, I mean, said,
more than what they're usually doing, because I could not consider them being 2-0 right now.
But just like you said in Philly, he has a scheme drawn up for Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones had a big run. He had more rushing yards than Saquon. And that seems to be they're just going to go with what works and stick to the strengths of what they got. You know, okay, Daniel Jones is good at kind of this, and Saquon's good at this. And yeah, if Saquon can get downhill, then he's good, but he couldn't get downhill. And so, but the Giants don't impress me. I think Dallas goes in there on Monday and even with a backup quarterback with the defense, doesn't allow them to do much. in the line, and I think that Dallas can put up about 17 or 20 points, and they win the football game.
Yeah. I really would like what Dayball's doing there, but that's just a good head coach.
Well,
He's
he's
got
kind of
nothing.
like the guy in Detroit. He's like Campbell. He's got these guys ready to run through a wall, and they listen to him and they follow the scheme, and it's working right now. So I can't
Detroit's
fault them.
got way more talent than the Giants, though. Way more talent. And Saquon Barkley he needs to be done, dude. He sucks.
Yeah,
He's one of the most.
But he went for 165.
That was one game, though. Is he going to be healthy? He's like Christian
He's
McCaffrey
healthy
all
right
over
now.
again. He's always hurt. Always hurt. He is the most hyped running back to come out and has done nothing, in my opinion, in the NFL.
No, yeah.
You got Patriots and Steelers. I talked about that earlier. Trubisky can't move the offense, score no points. Defense holds the Patriots 17.
Mac Jones looked a little bit better, and away we went.
Yeah, pretty much about it. Colts get ran 24-0. What a joke.
Matt Ryan, Father Time has called, and they are undefeated. Thanks for coming. I
did a thing about my 5 takes for the season, and one of them I looked really good on this year so far, and that was that the Tennessee Titans will not be good and won't make the playoffs. And the other one I looked really bad on was that the Colts are going to win their division and Matt Ryan's going to resurrect this team. Yeah. And my gosh, that's the worst take so far this year.
Yeah, that boy hot
How
take.
You get smoked 24-0 against the Jacksonville.
That's twice they've lost to Jacksonville inside of about 7 games. They lost to them all they had to do was beat them to make the playoffs last year. They didn't do it. And now Trevor Lawrence goes in there and lights the world up. So yeah, that's fun.
This one right here was probably the game of the week to watch, or the Cardinals Raiders, but the Dolphins and Ravens. Whoo! And this is one.
Tua Tagovailoa is for real.
You picked Miami, and I picked the Ravens, and I was like, I'm going to win that matchup. And then, no, they give up 28 points in the fourth quarter because Baltimore and Lamar Jackson can't move the ball at the end of the game. He could not get
the ball
whatsoever. 3 and out.
Who's covering the cheetah? Who's running down the sidelines?
Wide open.
Going.
Peace sign.
Gone.
Let's
go.
Deuces.
I'm out.
Look,
and they're back there. Hey, I thought you had. No, I thought you had. I don't know who had him. Jalen Waddle goes for 40 points in fantasy while he's sitting on my bench. Didn't move on that deal.
Tua, I've been a lot of people have been critical on. I've been critical on one. He's been looking pretty good. Is that the new head coach? Is that
on that deep throw?
It's not
holding
these
wide
best
receivers up. They're underthrown, but he's doing what he needs to do.
If they're catching him, that's all.
But
I'm
going to tell you right now who's not going to win this week, and that is Miami Dolphins.
Well, let's save that. We'll save that for our picks of week 3. Don't give them all away.
Because the
Josh
Allen
they
comes
play
to
the
town,
Bills.
and thank you for coming, Tua.
This head coach, you got to like what you see so far from him.
100%. Him or Dayball got to be leading the way for rookie coaches that have a handle on things over there.
Yep. Dolphins look really good. They did you hear his quote at the end of the game?
Yeah.
At halftime, he's like, they're like, what happened? What changed? And he said, I told the guys I wanted to see some adversity today, and they took me too literal.
Yeah.
Greatness. 28 points in the fourth. The Ravens are shocked, and they go away with another win. They're 2-0 and looking to go. If they take down the Bills next week, we're going to be having a different discussion next week. Rams tried to give it away to the Falcons. They give 17 points in the fourth quarter, but they get the W. I guess that's all that matters. They won 31-27. The Falcons are playing better than I expected this season. I mean, they haven't won a game, but they put up a fight. The last 2 games, they put up a fight.
Yeah. So, Marcus Mariota trying to do something there. But I just don't think they have enough talent Mariota's still making mistakes, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. I think they need a quarterback. I think they need to go into rebuild mode, but we'll see if they do that or how they want to go about it.
The next one's the battle for the worst team in the NFC West, and it's 49ers and Seahawks. And lo and behold, Trey Lance snaps his ankle.
And
Jimmy
Johnny
G
Garoppolo comes in for the rescue.
Johnny Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And this team's going to be good now. They got a good quarterback.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, we're real sorry about that. I know how we said you suck, and you needed to take a massive pay cut, and we're real sorry about that. And can you come save the day? If I was Jimmy, I'd have been like, nah, bro, I can't do it. I'm going to sell the clipboard. But did you see what was written in his contract? Every game he takes 2/3 of the snaps, he gets $250,000. Every game that he wins, he gets $350,000. So there's $500,000. Put it in my bank account.
Yep.
Let's go.
At the end of the game, is it you want to Venmo me or Zelle? Or what are we doing, guys?
What do you need? $600,000 every time I win a football game. And
this puts the 49ers in contention for that division now, and this changes the whole.
Absolutely, and that's what I told you. But the whole
board.
time, and I put the stipulation that Jimmy Garoppolo plays. I said if they go with Trey Lance, I revert. I pull my pick back. But with absolutely, if the Rams continue to struggle, watch out in San Francisco with that defense. The only problem is they don't have a running back. They're all hurt. They signed Marlon Mack today. We'll see if he can come off the scrap heap and save the day in San Francisco because they don't have any.
They should never let Moser go. But
no, absolutely not.
You got Bengals and Cowboys upset of the week. Revolving door over there, the offensive lineman. Cowboys
defense played real well.
Cooper Kupp looked competent back there in the backfield the first half.
Not Cooper Kupp, it's Cooper Rush.
Whatever.
He is not an NFL quarterback, so
he played he played good the first half. Second half, their offense stalled, but
yes and no. That's an unfair assessment because they did drive the ball all the way down to the Cincinnati 25, and Dalton Schultz forgot how to hold on to a football and just coughed it up. And so they were marching down on that. They had points. That would have been points guaranteed on that, and it wouldn't have been as close of a game as it turned out to be.
Well, no points are guaranteed there, Craig. Your kicker actually prefers to kick the 50-yarder instead of a 34. So
I understand that.
You can't say guaranteed.
You would have ran another 4 minutes off the clock, even if you don't get any points, because it would have been first down on the 25-yard line.
There's no such thing as a guaranteed point in the NFL. The Cowboys get the shocking win. Micah Parsons looks like Lawrence Taylor, and the
Dallas Cowboys fans are a bunch of crazed idiots.
Yeah, I saw your social media. You can go ahead. You want to rant about it? That's fine. Go ahead. I'll give you that time right now. Go ahead.
I just don't understand. 31 teams said you can't hold a clipboard. You can't. He was on waivers. The Cowboys loved him so much that when they made their 53-man roster, they were like, you go over there. You're cut. And 31 other teams who think that he's the second coming of Dan Marino didn't sign him. Stop it. This guy does not belong in the same sentence as Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, for 15 games last year, had a quarterback rating of 103. Cooper Rush hasn't had a quarterback rating of 103 in the 2 games that he's played combined. He beat the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night, which we all know Kirk Cousins on Sunday night pees down his leg and is horrible at football. And he beat a Bengals team that apparently is in shambles. When they go to play the Los Angeles Rams or the whatever, they're going to get smoked. They might get smoked by the Giants. I don't know. The defense keeps them in the game. No. The guy is average at best. And
Rush is not better than Dak. He can
throw receivers open.
He's
throwing it to the guy that he was on the practice squad with for the last 2 years. That's why he has chemistry with them, because they've been playing catch over on the sideline, holding each other's clipboard. Stop it. And I thought it was a joke at first, but apparently people actually believe this.
Oh yeah, people want to get rid of Dak, and
Yeah, well, he makes $40 million. Well, guess what? The next quarterback that starts for the Dallas Cowboys is going to want the same paycheck. I mean, Kyler Murray's not worth what he's getting paid. Deshaun won't be with what he's getting paid.
Rodgers won't be what he's getting paid.
Yeah, and over there, the guy in for the Ravens, they're not gonna sign him. They're talking about him, the Giants trading for him because they're not gonna pay him over there in deal. I mean, look, you're not paying the player, you're paying the position, and the quarterback position in the National Football League starts at $40 million and starts at, you better guarantee me the first 5 years of the contract. Mm-hmm. So you're going to guarantee me $200 million, or I'm not signing. So either you go back into the draft every 2 years and get a new guy and start over, or you're going to pay the guy $200 million. So what is it?
Now, I'm not here to beat that Dak Prescott drum, but there's no question he's better than Cooper Rush. No question. The Broncos better figure it out quick. I know they beat the Texans. But yes, they should have smashed them. They barely beat the Texans.
I mean, that was literally down to the wire. I really thought that Houston might come in and win that football game. They just look that, like we said, we called this. It's going to take him some time to get in here and run the offense and learn the terminology, and he hasn't done that. He's struggled with that. And then you add on Nathaniel Hackett's time management or lack thereof.
Piss poor management.
And you have a perfect storm. So when you start playing good teams, watch out. The defense hasn't looked horrible.
No, they haven't, and that's what kept them in it. They caught a couple fumbles. Jerry Jeudy did go out and got injured in this game. Patrick's Sutton got hurt in this game, but he was a leading receiver as well. Russell Wilson had a QBR of 45, so they have got to.
He is not 100%. He is not the answer. I mean, he's not tearing it up. If he was in there tearing it up, then you could say that it was play calling or whatever. But Russ is playing bad, and so they. Hopefully they figure it out.
They're hoping they got the MVP elite Russell Wilson, not the Russell Wilson that had a bad year last year.
And now you got to question how's Jerry Jeudy's shoulder? Is he going to miss some time? Cortland Sutton looked okay, but the offensive line hasn't looked great. And the running game has been, obsolete. So.
Yeah, the running game hasn't been as good as they want it to be there. No. They like to run the ball a lot. They've got Melvin Gordon to me.
I think when he left San Diego, his career has gone down the tank. I mean, I thought he was going to be good, and he appears.
It's Williams. That's their running back, who's a really good runner. He's out of North Carolina last year. No, the year before last. He's a good hard runner. I like him, and their defense are going to keep him in games, but. The Russell Wilson's got to figure it out, and their head coach has got to get his head out of his ass when it comes to time management, because that's been really bad. This next one is one of the craziest finishes I've seen ever. The freaking Raiders were up 20-0 at halftime. They ended up losing in overtime, 29-3. You have Cardinals had about 1 billion chances to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. When they drove down, they went 4 plays, couldn't get in. There was a penalty. They went 4 more plays, and he gets in there for the touchdown. Then he throws a beautiful. Did you see that beautiful pass, the 2-point conversion to tie it up?
Oh,
beautiful! You couldn't have asked for a prettier pass.
My question is, why are we letting Kyler Murray run around like it's a Madden game?
Well, they couldn't touch him. And when they had a chance, they didn't wrap him up.
And I literally mean like a Madden game. I mean, it looked like he was playing Tecmo Bowl.
They said he ran 85 yards on that play. Back and forth.
Like, you cannot tell me. Just stop moving. Just stop chasing him and let him come to you. Like, I mean, I don't understand how an NFL team can let a guy run around the field for literally a minute and a half and then finally go, there he is.
Yeah. Well, Derek Carr in overtime, Carr almost threw an interception. Next play, runner Renfro gets lit up, fumbles the ball. He scoops it up. The Cardinals guy, number 7, scoops up, runs all the way down, and almost throws the ball away before he crosses the line. I was like, that's a fumble.
Adams has been, I mean, he had a good first week, and he did not have a great second week. And, I mean, like I said, one of his catches was for 1 yard.
They threw the ball to him twice.
Yeah. It absolutely, it's a joke. They have chemistry. They know each other. I don't know why they're not using him.
Look at their that's the question mark on the head coach. And they even said in the game, this is when we have to start feeding Adams. You have to feed Adams. They didn't do that.
You at least have to look in his direction.
Yeah.
You at least have to scheme some plays up. I mean, give him an end around. Give him something. Get the ball in the guy's hand. And, I mean, throw a slant to him. Get him involved. Keep him engaged.
Hell, we need him in Green Bay. I'll take him back. If you ain't going to use him, I'll take him back.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Aaron Jones show, thank God. But Lazard.
Did you see him almost throw the ball out of bounds before he crossed the line?
Yeah.
What an idiot. And next time I'm yelling at him going, like, can we make sure we get into the end zone before we decide to throw the ball out of bounds?
More and more. That play is happening more and more. These guys are celebrating before they get there, and they're dropping the ball, and we're running it back. And
the announcers weren't even talking about can we see if he fumbled the ball? Because he literally, I was like, I think he just that's what are we doing? But they ended up winning. And you had two teams that really don't need to lose a game in the divisions they're in, especially the Raiders. And you had
especially when you're up 20-0.
And this, yeah.
I mean, and here we were sitting here saying Arizona was horrible, and we were looking right. I mean, we were looking absolutely like geniuses, saying Kyler Murray was overpaid, that Cliff Kingsbury was fixed to get fired. The Arizona offense was overrated. They were going to go obsolete without Hopkins. All of it was true. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but
it still is true. They just got a little
lucky. 100%. But what I'm saying is they win a football game and basically kind of put us on hush for a week.
Yeah.
Until a real football team comes in and decides, hey, you're not going to go run around like a Madden game.
This is two teams that, start 0-2. They say most teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs.
Nope.
So
that's why the Dallas win was so important.
The Raiders are not looking like they're going to make the playoffs.
That stat with the extra game and the extra playoff spot might be skewed a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know the exact percentages of going 0-2.
But it wasn't very good. It's not very good. And so 100%.
Monday night, you had a doubleheader. You got the Bills, who completely housed the Titans. They didn't even show up. Derrick Henry, who had 25 yards rushing, and I don't even need to say more. It was
the Josh Allen revenge tour is in full effect.
Eagles and Vikings. The Eagles looked really good.
Yes, they did.
No one scored the second half, but
the Vikings looked really bad. Darius Slay completely locked Justin Jefferson down. The other Thielen has not been heard from all season.
No, they don't even throw the ball to him.
Cousins is just out there slinging the ball down there, going, "Hey, somebody's down there somewhere. Oh, it's a defender. My bad. Oh, hey, it's a defender." He throws 3 interceptions. He looks horrible. The Vikings, Cook has no run room, no run game. The Vikings just looked lethargic from the start and never got anything going. And Philadelphia, he has 3 touchdowns. He has 300 yards passing. He has another 85 or 90 rushing. I mean, he looks real. It looks real. I'll be interested to see when they play a little bit stiffer competition. But if you look at that schedule,
It's
the
pretty
first,
easy.
I was going to say the first 8 weeks, I can get 6-2 or 7-1 out of it real easily. So if Dallas wants to win the NFC East, they're going to have to play head to head against the Philadelphia Eagles and beat them twice, because that may be what it comes down to.
I think y'all split with or without Dak.
I believe so. Luckily, we don't catch him either time till well after he's supposed to come back. Really, to be honest with you, if I look at it, I probably think he misses the Giants and the Commanders game, and they probably try to bring him back for the Rams game. Would be my guess.
Ooh, let's get killed by Aaron Donald. Welcome back.
and that's a risk, that is a risk that he re-injures it in the first week because of the pass rush of the Rams. So we'll see. I mean, if you win both of those games against the Commanders and the Giants, which
You should,
then the Rams game becomes not as important. And because in my eyes, I had you going 2-2 for the first 4 games. So if you go 3-1, you got an extra win there, and you go in and take your loss to the Rams and deal and come back and be ready for the division and be ready to win some football games down the stretch when you need it.
All right, enough about the Cowboys, bruh. Enough about the Cowboys. Let's get on to our Week 3 picks. Week 3 picks. Thursday Night Football, Steelers-Browns. This will be a boring game. Steelers can't move the ball. Brissett's garbage.
Wow.
They just lost to the Jets. I've got
wow.
I think I'm gonna have to change my pick. I wrote Cleveland, but I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. Wait,
yeah.
Hold on. This is
Where's it at?
It's in Cleveland.
Is it on L Field over there?
It's on L Field.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna go with Cleveland. That was my first gut feeling. Give me the Cleveland Browns, just because it's at home. Who are you taking?
Somebody flip a coin. Give me the Mitch Trubisky bandwagon, just because of the defense.
We got Bucks versus Packers in Tampa. I got Tampa beating us. I think they're going to dominate us, but I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Fire the cannons. Give me Tom.
Tampa, Tom Brady. Texans and Bears. Oh, gosh.
Oh, don't you wish you had a ticket?
Oh.
Woo!
I couldn't even give it away. Yeah. Let's hopefully put the good ones on.
Follow these to keep. Whoa!
I got the Bears to win this one. I think he got the better quarterback, but other than that, there's not much to it.
Davis Mills hasn't looked bad.
He hasn't looked terrible. Yeah.
I can't.
Can't pick Houston.
No, I can't pick the Ohio State quarterback. Give me Houston.
All right. We got the Raiders and Titans, 2 desperate teams, both 0-2.
Oh my God! What is this week?
If the Raiders can't win this one, you need to sound the emergency alarms. I got the Raiders winning this one.
McDaniel
on the road.
Fired. He might not make the plane back.
Yeah. You go on.
Well, the Tennessee Titans have looked. I did not think they would look this bad by just losing A.J. Brown, but apparently.
I called it. Apparently, he was the whole team. And he opened up.
Was the offense. And apparently
he opened up the rushing lanes too.
For King Henry. Give me the Raiders, yeah.
All right, here's another fun-filled one for you. Chiefs
Stop
versus
it!
Colts. Chiefs
Oh,
Colts.
well, that's Patrick
I don't even think I got to
Mahomes.
ask you that.
No, yeah, no way.
Bills in Miami.
I want Miami to show up and make this a game, but I can't. Not after what I've seen from Buffalo.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do the hot take of the Miami.
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I want to ride my guy Tua right to the cash. I just want to ride him to the bank, but I can't. There's no way. Not after what they. I mean, if Buffalo stumbled a little bit, they have hit on all cylinders and haven't even thought twice.
No,
I mean, they've literally been able to bench guys in the third quarter,
in the fourth quarter, and they're
Yeah,
like, all right, we're done.
we're just pulling. We're pulling guys. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Vikings and Lions. I got the Vikings on that one.
Let me ride the hot hand and Jared Goff. I just didn't like.
I just went with the home team. And Vikings are at home. They play Green Bay really good at home.
When do they play?
What time?
Yeah, what time do they play? Do they play?
They play at 12 o'clock.
All
so
right,
that's
well,
Kirk Cousins'
the
favorite
Kirk
time to
Cousins'
play.
favorite window. Give me Detroit. I like their defense. I like the division game. Give me the Lions.
You got Ravens Patriots in Foxborough. I got the Ravens winning this one. I think they bounced back after a laughing game last week of giving up a 28 points in the fourth quarter to lose that one.
I hate picking Lamar Jackson, but give me the Ravens.
Yeah, me too. Bengals go to the New York Jets and play.
Okay.
Joe Burrow's going to have more time.
Just like you said against the Raiders. If they can't beat the Jets, sound the alarm.
Sound the alarms.
And the season's over. Give me Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to go ham and win a football game.
Eagles and Commanders.
Well, that's going to be an easy pick. Give me the Eagles because I just don't think, I mean, the way they've looked, Washington has not been able to stop anybody. The Philadelphia Eagles have been able to do whatever they want. The Lions put up a bunch of points on them. I just don't think. I think Cousins probably doesn't play well against that defense. If Slay and them play the way they did, Dotson and McLaurin will be taken out of the. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a horrible fantasy week.
This whole matchups are all garbage, except you got Tom Brady versus Rodgers. That's going to be a tune-in. And then Rams and Cardinals. And that's about it.
That's not a matchup.
Rams and Cardinals?
No.
That'll be a good game. They always play each other tough. Trust me, that'll be a good game.
Which team is going to show up for the Cardinals? The 20-0 or the?
The Rams.
I'm going to guarantee you're not running around for 15 seconds with Aaron Donald on the field.
And the Rams are the same way. Rams don't show up consistently every week, so they play each other tough. Who you got, Rams or Cardinals? Let's go and pick that one right now.
I'm going to give them the Rams all day long. I can't.
I got Rams too. Saints Panthers, another whole matchup. I got the Saints winning this one.
Saints who?
Panthers.
Oh God. Is Jameis gonna play?
No idea, but I'm guessing
Carolina has looked horrible for 2 weeks. Give me the Saints. Yeah.
Chargers, Jacksonville. Chargers. I'm not even going to ask you. I don't think I should have to ask you.
No. Can't do trade or can't do Trevor Lawrence.
And the Falcons.
Who?
Seattle and the Falcons.
Oh my God.
In Seattle, I got Seattle winning this one. 12th man.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith played good at home against the Broncos. So,
yeah, give me Seattle. No.
Now this one will be good. Now that Jimmy G's playing, you got Jimmy G and going into Denver. That ought to be a decent one. I've got the Broncos winning this one.
Give me my guy Garoppolo. I have not liked. I haven't liked the Broncos offense. The San Francisco defense is better. And yeah, give me them.
And then you got Dallas and the Giants.
Give me Dallas.
I got Dallas too. So we have 1, 2, 3. We got 4 different calls. So it's good when we have 4, some games that aren't the same. There's a lot of games on this list that go, oh, they're all ugly. No one wants to watch that.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, apparently. That is a brutal schedule.
All right, we're going to give you our top 5 NFL power rankings real quick before we shut it down and jump into the what's in my. Well, no, we don't need to do a what's in my locker segment because Craig will be back on Friday this week. So we will save the what's in my locker for then. Top 5 power rankings. Let's do 5-1 or 1-5. You choose.
We could do 5-1 because I think 1 is obviously
one is obvious.
clear and obvious.
We can go 5. We can go 5-2. 1 is obviously the Bills. Who do you have at number 5?
This is tough because I have the Chargers at 5. They just they're obviously the second best team in the division, but they're not Kansas City, and so yeah, give me the Chargers. It just.
I got the Chargers number 5 too. They're a good football team. They've played 2 division teams right off the bat. The Raiders are not looking all that great, but they beat them. They should have beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They held their own that game, so I got them at number 5 too. That roster. At number 4, I have the Eagles. The Eagles are playing fantastic football. I was kind of interested to see what they're going to do this season, coming in with Hurts, and their defense stepped up last night and totally shut down Minnesota. They're looking really good, and I got them at number 4. Could not leave them out. Who do you have number 4?
I got Tampa.
Tampa.
They're 2-0. They probably win against Green Bay this week, and while they haven't looked great offensively, they have looked good defensively. And if that team in a weak division, I think they're going to get a really good seed, and if you give Tom Brady a playoff run and you give him a high seed, watch out.
Oh,
So
they're going to
Tampa.
division. There's
Yeah.
number 3. Who's your number 3?
I have the Eagles here. They have been very impressive. I did not give Jalen Hurts any credit, and whether it's the scheme he's in or whether it's he just went and got better in the offseason, they're playing really good football. Now, granted, the competition they played hasn't been great, but then it's not going to be not going to be great till the end of the season. The end of the schedule is brutal, but the front part is not. So they're going to get a really good chance to get a pretty good lead here, and so I have the Eagles at 3.
My number 3 team is the Miami Dolphins. What they've done so far, they've been really good. They beat the Patriots 20-7. They just came back on Baltimore, put up 42 points. Tua Tagovailoa is actually looking like a competent quarterback.
Yeah, it is great, but I just don't know how you can take them over Tampa.
The head coach, Tampa's been underperforming, especially on the offensive
They
side.
They have,
and that's why. I don't have Tampa in my top 5.
I was going to put Miami
6.
at 5, but I couldn't put them over. I couldn't put them over San Diego.
Tampa's at number 6 just because they haven't looked that good on offense, in my opinion. I just think what Miami's doing, they've kind of shocked me out of the gates here.
They have. I just don't think they can compete with Buffalo. They can compete for a wild card, though.
We're going to find out Sunday when they play each other.
I will. I just don't think. Buffalo has not had a hitch in the. I mean, they're averaging 40 a game, and apparently Miami's defense isn't great because they let up 35 against the Ravens. So,
I got Chiefs at number 2.
So do I.
I think number 1 and 2 are easy. One's the
1 and
Bills,
2 are
it's
easy. They're
this.
clearly the runaway favorites of the NFL. It's
probably the
Kansas City and Buffalo and everybody else in the AFC.
It's probably the AFC
not even
Championship
close.
game is Buffalo.
Yeah, it's Kansas City and Buffalo, and then the Grand Canyon, and then everybody else. It's literally the gap back to the third team is gargantuan. And
well, Chargers almost beat them. Let's give that the next team,
Bills, Chiefs, Grand Canyon, everybody
Canyon.
else. Everybody else. No.
I'd say the Bills look I think it's Bills.
It might be
Lake
the Bills,
Michigan,
the Grand Canyon, and everybody else.
Chiefs, yeah.
Because
but we need to stop hating on the Chiefs because
no, they have answered every question as to whether the offense could be survivable without Tyreek Hill, but the offense with Tyreek Hill down in Miami has been resurrected, so that guy does make a difference.
Oh, definitely. Well, all right, guys, that's this week's episode. It's about an hour long. It's fantastic. We got episode Friday for you. Craig will be on this week, so. They play football on Thursday, so Craig will be here on Friday. I don't think Jeff will be. He's dealing with some things, some personal things, and he's also working on some stuff for the podcast, graphically and all that stuff. So, hope you guys have enjoyed the crazy NFL it's been. College football we didn't get into, but this week was really a blah week. We've had really no amazing games. No top teams are playing each other too much. It was a boring week in NCAA football. This weekend will look better, but we'll get into that more on Friday.
Yeah, you basically have all your conference players starting, all the blowouts, and all the guys playing 3A teams are stopped. So you should have some better matchups coming up this Saturday.
Yep, yeah, we'll get into that schedule on Friday. Go over the top 5 games. I don't know if I can find top. What I do is I usually look at the top 5 games going into next week, but I don't know if I can do it. It's gonna be difficult on the NFL schedule there. But anyways, guys, hope you have a fantastic week. It's just Tuesday. Keep on grinding. That's what me and Craig do every day. Same old grind. But God bless and remember.
Keep it outspoken.